Somewhere I Belong, Chapter 7, Trust. Isaac woke up with a pounding headache as the sun slowly creeped into the window of his room. As he walked out of his room, he bumped into a familiar purple dragon. Isaac never gave Spike a second thought. He noticed that the dragon, although claiming he was only 17, easily had a good 2 inches on him, and could probably break Isaac over his knee if he wanted to, not to mention the fire-breathing aspect, which could easily turn him into a pile of ash. "Sup, Spike?" "What's up?" "I've got a date with Rarity tonight, and I have no idea what to do," he yelled. "Easy. I said I'd help you out, and I will." "How? Rarity probably doesn't even like me in the same way I like her." "There's only one sure way to find that out," he said as the two walked down the stairs. "Yeah, right. How could she possibly like me like that?" "If you know that she doesn't like you, then why do you have a crush on her?" he said as he looked at the dragon. "She's the funniest, prettiest, smartest, and nicest pony I know. I'd do anything for her, even if she just sees me as a friend. It's enough," Spike said as he grabbed the human shirt and drew him closer to the dragon. Isaac could see the small trail of smoke leaving the dragon's nostrils. Isaac stood his ground and stared back at the purple beast. "Easy. This is a way for you to find out how she really feels about you." "That's not the point. I want Rarity to go on a date with me because she wants to, not because of some dare." Isaac felt something click in the back of his mind. "I want her to like me for me, not because of the lies you told her." Isaac felt the memory echo through his mind. "You're right. I shouldn't have forced her into going on a date with you. I'll go tell her the deal is off," he said as he walked past the dragon. "Thank you. I appreciate what you tried to do, but I want to be the one who wins her over," Spike said as he let the human go. "I can respect that. Trust me, I know how it feels to be jerked around like that, and it wasn't fair to you or Rarity," he said as he walked downstairs. He pulled out his phone and dialed the spa pony's number. "Hey Lotus, it's Isaac. Listen, I'm going to be a little late getting to the spa. I have a personal matter that needs to be addressed. You sure it's fine? Okay, I'll see you at 9:30 then." He ended the call and grabbed an apple on his way out the door. Isaac walked through the streets in silence. As he ate the apple, his mind began to wander. "I'm not better than him, am I?" "In a way, you're similar." "Ugh, kill me now. I can't believe I almost did that to them." "It was the alcohol. You weren't thinking straight." "Bullshit. I knew what I was doing, and now I'm going to fix it." "That pony won't even listen to you." "Probably, but it doesn't hurt to try." Isaac threw the apple into a nearby trash can as he approached the posh shop. He opened the door and let the assorted perfumes fill his nose. "Hello, anyone home?" "One moment," a voice said as Isaac took a seat on the nearby couch. "How can I help?" "Oh, it's you," she said in a less than pleased tone. Rarity crossed her arms over her chest and threw a frown across her face. "What do you want?" "I came by to tell you that the date's off." Rarity's jaw hit the floor at the information. "I realized I shouldn't have forced you into something like that, and Spike agrees with me." He turned me down?" "No, I shouldn't be telling you this, but he wants to ask you out on his own terms, not because of some stupid dare, and I support his decision." Rarity sat down on an adjacent chair and leaned her head against her palm. "Oh, I see." Isaac looked at the mare in confusion. "You seem sad. I thought you'd be relieved that you wouldn't have to go out with him." "It's not that I don't like Spike. He's very sweet and always helps me out when I'm in a jam. I do care for him, but I'm just not sure about how much." Isaac's eyes widened at the statement. "Tell Spike that our date is still on, and that he'd better be here on time," she said with a smile. Isaac got to his feet and gave her a nod. "Again, I'm sorry for my behavior." "It's all right. I'm sorry for forcing you to kiss Applejack last night. I'm more angry that you almost gave away my feelings," the white mare said as she glared at the human. "To tell you the truth, Rarity, I bluffed. I failed my psychology course in the school. I couldn't read a person to save my own life. I just threw on my best poker face and said the first thing that came to mind," he said with a sheepish grin. Rarity rolled her eyes and smiled. "So we're cool?" "I suppose I can forgive you. You did the right thing after all," she said as she shook the human's hand. "Now if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to work." "Same. I'm helping Aloe and Lotus out with a shipment." "Those two are simply delightful. Very friendly girls." "Do you have Spike's number?" "Yes. Let me see your phone for a minute," she said as she levitated the phone from Isaac's hand and pressed a series of numbers. "Please don't tell him about my feelings. That will be my job for the evening." "Deal." Isaac quickly dialed the number and walked out into the busy town. "Hey Spike, it's Isaac. Rarity gave me the number. Listen, I've got news for you. Yes, I told Rarity she didn't have to. But, get this, she still wants the date." "I know. I didn't see it coming either." You meet her in front of the shop at 8. I gotta go. See ya and good luck. He ended the conversation on that note and hurried over to the spa. Isaac looked at his phone and saw that it was 9:25. He gave a light knock on the door, which was soon opened by a pink mare with light blue hair. You must be Isaac. The human gave her a smile and a nod. I'm Aloe, Lotus's sister. We met the other day, she said as she led him into the spa. The delivery just arrived, so you didn't miss much. Lotus, your friend is here. Isaac looked at the smiling blue mare. Isaac noticed that the two were wearing identical outfits, short skirts that stopped at their mid-thigh, and identical strapless tops. Lotus's matched her pink mane color, while Aloe's was bright blue. You two really take the whole identical twins thing seriously, huh? Isaac said as he began to move the boxes. Yes, is that a problem? Lotus asked in a teasing manner. No, of course not. I know plenty of people that do that, he said as he set another box down. Did you get any other stallions to help out? No, it's just us, Aloe commented. Why? Just wondering why you didn't ask for more help. Well, there aren't that many decent stallions in Ponyville, Aloe said in a low tone. We usually have to do it ourselves, so we can save money, and it takes forever with just the two of us, Lotus said as she put a box down. That's a shame. You know, other than Big Mac and those 3 Pegasus jerks, I haven't seen too many other males. That's because the ratio stands at 10 mares for every 1 stallion. Isaac looked at the mares with a confused look on his face. Really? The mares gave him a nod. I guess the pickings are slim around here, he said as he went to get another box. You have no idea, the two said in a grumble. If there are so few stallions, then how does your species, keep going? Unicorns have developed a way to create a fetus inside a mare. It's not traditional, but it works, Aloe added. Although, 8 times out of 10, a filly is produced. It's very rare that a colt is made with magic. What about donations from stallions? That is extremely expensive and unaffordable for most ponies, Aloe said as she took another box from the pile. Are there more mares than stallions where you're from? The blue mare asked as she tilted her head. Yeah, the numbers are always changing, but it's nowhere near the difference here, though. What's the ratio where you're from? Aloe asked. I'd say it's almost 50-50, I think. The mare's jaws dropped as they looked at the human. The women must love you, then, Lotus said with a smirk. No, most women don't like nice guys, he said as he took a seat. That's their loss, the blue mare said with a sly grin. That's sweet of you to say, he said as he gave them a smile. The 3 continued to unpack the massive pile of boxes. Isaac noticed that the more boxes he put away, the closer Lotus would get to him. Oh, Isaac, could you come here for a moment? Lotus said in a sweet voice. Isaac walked over to see that the blue mare was trying to reach for something on a high shelf. Could you be a dear and get that jar on the shelf? She asked as she made a pouting face. Isaac smiled and rolled his eyes. You don't have to make a cute face to convince me, he said as he walked up next to her. Isaac reached up and found the jar. As he wrapped his hand around it, he felt the mare's tail wrap around his leg and move up to his thigh. He turned back around to see the blue mare pressing up against him. She quickly let her tail drop and turned away from the human, giggling to herself. Isaac shook off the notion and continued to unpack the boxes. After the last of the supplies were put away, Isaac noticed that it was almost 1 o'clock. Thanks for your help, Isaac. We really needed the extra pair of hands, Alice said with a smile. No problem. I'm always happy to help, he said as he rubbed his right shoulder. Something wrong? I twisted my shoulder yesterday at Sweet Apple Acres. Nothing too bad, he said with a smile. Unacceptable. Let's take care of that for you right now. The 2 sisters grabbed the human's arm and led him to the massage area. You two don't have to. We insist. Consider it a thank you for your hard work, Alice said with a smile. What about your other clients? We closed the shop so we'd have enough time to put the shipment away. We have all day, Lotus said in a seductive tone. He made his way down the hall until he reached the massage rooms. Isaac saw a sign hanging on the room at the end of the hall. Isaac, use this one. It's bigger. Bigger? Isaac opened the door to reveal a fully furnished room with a large bed in the center. He looked over to see Aloe with her hair down and stretching her arms. Sorry, I think I've got the wrong room. As he began to back away, he felt fur against his back. He turned around to see Lotus with a lustful smirk on her face, and wearing nothing but a towel. She placed a finger in the center of his chest and began to push him back towards the bed. Isaac felt himself being forced down on the edge of the bed, and a pair of hands slowly rubbing his back.